Alrighty. Now let's see if I got anybody in here yet. Just getting set up, getting home from work a little late. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, T-Bird Second. I'll wait to get a few people in here. Get the laptop set up. Oh boy, let's see. There we go. Hey Rika, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Hey Chew, Rika beat Chew. Chew is usually always first in here. 90% of the time. He's not today. Sorry, Chew. Rika beat you. Let me see. Give me a moment. I got to pop open my laptop over here so I can see the chat. Uh, let's see. Doop, doop, doop. Uh, I'll go to my channel and go to live so I can see my chat. I got to turn my volume down. Boy, what a day. What a day. Left to go to work. Of course, my phone's connected to my Wi-Fi here in my house, and I didn't realize it. But my end of service, hey blue collar, how you doing? Thank you very much. Thanks for stopping by on your way to bed. Appreciate you, brother. Please smash that like button. I know you will. My I pay my cell bills, mine and Mrs. T-Bird's, every 3 months automatically through a credit debit card that comes out of my bank. Lo and behold, I got Wi-Fi, so I don't notice anything. And I left to go to work, and unfortunately, when I left the house, I didn't seem like I was getting connection. I thought maybe something had happened because of all this Trump stuff. Hey, Bellas Forge, how you doing? Bird's the word. The bird's crawling underneath the desk right now because I'm plugging in my. I gotta plug my phone in. I gotta plug my phone and make sure. I know I was like at 60 something percent. I didn't get to use my phone at all today. I missed busting knuckles busted knuckles blah, blah. Can't even speak. Busted knuckles numbskulls live because I left the house. Found out I didn't have it. I thought something was going on with the my provider with the cell phone. I didn't know, and all night long throughout the evening I wasn't getting no connection. So I got out. I finally found a landline at my work. Do you believe you don't ever remember the old telephones or even you had a business and they got these square phones with all these different lines? They got rid of them all. There's none of it anymore. All they got is laptops and computers with little mics that are plugged into the headsets that they talk to through the computers now. There's no landlines phones. It took me like an hour of going through the facility trying to find a landline so I could call a friend of my wife's to let her know it was a work associate to have her contact her to let her know that their end of service contract didn't hold up because of the change of my bank debit credit card. Oh, I had a new card, never thought about it because every 3 months it gets renewed automatically. Lo and behold, I didn't have nothing. I went to work. I couldn't get on anybody's chat. I couldn't see anything. Nothing. Talk about discouraging. Couldn't use the Wi-Fi there because they don't allow you to have access to the Wi-Fi at my place unless you're a manager. And I'm not a manager, unfortunately. I guess I wouldn't want to be anyways. But oh man. And I end up having to work late, and I got home late. Yeah, I got home a little late, and I spent a half hour with my service provider to update my cards. I think they were a little slow dropping the ball because they had to keep sending me a number to verify that it was me, and I did it not once but twice, but 3 times on my phone. And then, of course, I told them to ensure that on the account I had my wife's phone as well. I had wanted to do the same thing, and they had to send not once but twice and 3 times. So I think he was having problems. They did send me they finally got it worked out after 35 minutes, and here I am. Although my 87-year-old grandmother still has a landline. Yeah, I got rid of my landline a long, long time ago, Delos. I had kept it for 3 years. Of course, I've had a cell phone back when they first came out with cell phones, and it was called a bag phone. And I've always had a cell phone, but I got to the point. Hey, Steve LaPointe, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Um, Appreciate you, brother. But yeah, I got rid of my landline a long time ago, and I actually had kept it, I think, for 3 years. For 3 years, and really didn't use it, paying like 30 something dollars a month for a landline phone just to have it. So, in case of an emergency or something like that. And of course, the cell phones back before I got rid of it weren't quite as up to date. They were like those. I can actually find it because I thought I didn't have. I had one of them here not that long ago. The old, the flip phones. Remember the flip phones? The smaller flip phones. They started looking really good, and they looked like they were really high tech. But yeah, I kept my landline phone for like 3 years, and I think this was I forget, late like 1998 or 99, early maybe early 2000. I forget. But I was paying $32 a month for something I didn't even use for 3 years. And then finally I said, we don't ever use it. I'm paying 30 something dollars a month. Why am I paying 30 something dollars a month? I could have an ounce of silver every single month if I got rid of this landline we don't use. So I did. Hey, Check Stacker, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in, brother. Really, I gotta thank you again. That Steam, your logo on it, you sent me for your 500 subscribers. Wow, that was awesome. That was so cool. I love that card you had did up. It almost looks like it's something you may have done yourself, possibly, or you sent away and had it done for you in bulk, possibly. I'm really honored that you thought about sending me one, brother. Thank you again. 93 here for internet. Yeah, 90. What is that with internet connection? Yeah, when I first started the same company, I it was bought out by another company, but it originally was like $9 a month. $9 a month for unlimited internet. I'm going back quite a little ways, back in before 2000. And then it went up. It was like 19 for unlimited. Hey, John Camper, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Um, but it kept going up and up and up. And every time they had better broadband and this and that, and you could upgrade to this. And okay, now it's 35, and it's an ongoing saga. It's an ongoing saga. At least you burned the card. Glad you. Yes, thank you. I thought you did it yourself. Yeah, I've been 2 or 3 months back, maybe three when I yeah, about 2 to 3 months back, I was considering about getting a laser engraver. I didn't. I started to look in on it, and then I kind of forgot about it. But I want to get a laser engraver. That would be awesome because then I can make a lot of my own stuff, like what you did. Yes, I did. Loved it, brother. Thank you. You're awesome. But to get back to the the internet provider, yeah. Um, Steve LaPointe was saying he's paying like $93 a month there for his internet. Yeah, I'm not far behind you. I'm like at 89 or something like that, and it seems like it keeps coming up. But I'm supposed to have the top of the line, the top of the line service for my Wi-Fi, for my internet, and the fastest possible speeds, but yet they always keep coming up with this new plan. You can get a faster thing for another X amount of dollars. I fell for it once or twice, and I have not done it ever since. But it still keeps going up. It's like $90 a month. Yeah, it's crazy. The bad part about it. I mean, I'm not for Trump. I'm not against Trump. No, what he did, and I wish he was on here, was absurd. You all know what it is. I'm not talking politics, but it was totally absurd what he did. He represents every one of us in the United States of America, and everybody's looking back at us is what he did online. I'm not even going to go into it. It really, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. I don't like swearing. Hey, Deanie, how you doing? I don't like to say it, but it really pissed me off of what he did. It really did piss me off with what he did to the people. The way he disrespected somebody in the White House and what he did was totally absurd. And now we're suffering the consequences from it. We're not going to yet. We're not yet. Me and you are not yet, but we're gonna. You are gonna see inflation skyrocket. You are gonna see hyperinflation. I've already preached about this, and I've talked about it with my wife back 6, 7, 8 years ago when the dollar lost its uh, global dominancy. That's happening. It's going to happen. And I told her about things getting, going to get more and more expensive. Inflation is going to get more and more. I guess, Mishy Stacker, he's not here, but he had his little rant about the post office. I watch a lot of his stuff. Bellows T-Mobile internet good? Oh man, I'm sorry guys. I don't mean to rant, but I'm bottled. I got a few things bottled up a little bit. And it just, like I said, there's some good points about Trump and there's some bad things about Trump. But I think Trump is about himself. And he's not thinking about the repercussions of what has happened by what he's done. Yeah, there's some good things he does. I'm not going to get into it. Like I said, I'm not going to talk politics. But by him doing what he did on national TV and everything was totally ridiculous. We've got the Canadians that are going to be against us. He wants to get out of NATO. He's going to have everybody totally against us, and what he's doing through himself and his vice president. They're doing it, and we worldwide, the people, us, the people, are going to suffer for what his repercussions of what he's doing, his arrogance. Like I said, it really toned me down of the way I felt about him. I kind of, the good kind of outweighed the bad, but whatever good he did, he really did something bad on us. I can't get into detail of what my wife does, but it's affiliated with stuff that comes across the border. And let me tell you now, starting today, there's certain companies that weren't paying anything on certain products. It was called like free trade. Not anymore. A truckload coming across is now costing $4,000 and $5,000 and $6,000 more. That was free trade before. Yeah, and this is products that are coming from Canada into the United States, where there was no duty on some of the stuff. Now there's $4,000 or $5,000 extra duty on one truckload shipment. I've witnessed it and seen it, even at my place of business where I'm at. What I do. You know what's going to happen? All that is going to come back down to us. It's going to come down to the lower and the middle class. It's going to come down to us. We are going to have to pay for it. We are going to suffer. We, the people, are going to suffer. The lower and the middle class. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm better. Smile. We're inflation at 7%. Yeah, 7%. And yeah. Look at eggs, $14 a dozen. Come on. I went down and I bought. I usually like to buy bigger in bulk to save money. Uh, good point, Steve. Good point. It's like I went to the store and we ran out of paper towels, and I went down just for paper towels. Of course, Miss Steve would give me a list. Okay, you got to get this, got to get that, got to get this, got to get that. So every time I go down there, it's not just a few dollars. It winds up to be like $130, and I still only walk out of the store with a few things. It's not that great, but we ran out of paper towels, so I had to go get some paper towels because we use them. And I bought. It was Bounty, it's a good quality one, but the bigger rolls. And I bought the one where there's like I forget what it is, but it was $31. I think for 8 rolls of the 8 rolls of the big rolls of paper towels. The big huge ones, not the small little rinky-dinks, but the big ones. $31. Wow. Woo. I'm like, oh, you kidding me? This is paper towels. If you went back prior to COVID, pre-COVID, you were probably maybe paying $8.99, $8.99 for the same amount and the same size of paper towels. And because of COVID, they went up, and then because of inflation, it's gone up. Hey, Silver and Cigars, how you doing? Sorry if I missed you, Dennis the Menace. I'm sorry, I was ranting. I was raving. I seen you. I apologize. I know I don't want to get Vegas Stacker out here and end up giving me a 2 out of 10 or something for paying attention to the chat, because I think I'm really am paying attention to the chat. I'm reading it, but I'm ranting and raving. Uh, but yeah, we're gonna see some tough times coming. Within the, I've told Mrs. T-Bird within, I told her this over a year ago. In the next 5 to 10 years, yeah, it's not from listening to Yankee Stacking. I've said this before Yankee Stacking. I said this and I seen it coming. I seen it coming as the years progressed. Um, and I've always believed, even before being on Yankees or anybody else's channel, is the only way to say it is like everybody else says it, to to hedge your wealth against inflation. Put it in precious metals. Put it in solar. I, I, all my gold bars are locked up. Put it in gold. Do I preached about this to many people before, but nobody on here. Take 20 if you can afford to, which you should be able to. If you can't do $25 a week, do five, do 10. I've been doing it for over 30 years, man. Take $25 a week, put it away in a book. Take it, put it away in a book. Forget about it. Know the book. You don't do it to a book. And you know my books. Yeah, I'm I'm a numismatic guy. I'm a numismatic guy that fell in love with old coins, silver coins. Back at 13 and 14 years old. I'm 15. I'm going on 59 in May. But I fell in love with numismatic coins. You can see this is from 2004. I've got them from 1989, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. I've got them all. I don't even know. I mean, look, I've got books. This is just one randomly I pulled off my shelf. And I used to stick my $25 a week in one of these books. And I just stick them there. I just stick them there. Of course, after a while, your pages get full and you get all kinds of money in there. Take it and bring it down to the bank. $25 a week, do not touch it. Keep it in there. Keep it in there unless there's a dire emergency and you've got a really good reason to dip into that. Take that $25 every week. At the end of the month, you have $100. What do you have at the end of the year? I've preached this before on some of my lives. I'm going to preach it again tonight. I don't know how many people I even have out here, but there's maybe more people out here that have not heard this or heard me talk about this rant. Um, at the end of the month, you have $100. What do you have at the end of the year? You have $1,200. What do you have in 10 years' time? $12,000. When you get too many 20s and too many fives, you take those 20s and fives, you bring them down to the bank and you put them into $100 bills. Then $100 bills are much easier to stash. When you find a good time and a good point in place where you can take that money that you've saved and you've put away and you haven't had an emergency, and if you have, okay, you dip into it. But if you haven't, you can turn around and you can buy your candy, you can buy your ice cream cones. I don't know, you can buy your maples. You can buy some maples. You can turn it into. I wish I oh man, let me see. Yeah, I got my kilos here. I'm still in my work clothes. I got home and took care of my phone problem. But yeah, I know. I know. Jackknife ain't here. He won't come to the sound of my silver anymore. You won't. But buffaloes. You can buy your buffaloes. You can take that money and put it into solar. I mean, you can buy your kilo bar. You can take that hard in morning. You save and put away $25 a week if you can afford to do that and safely do it. You can put it into $100 a month. At the end of the year, you got $1,200. At the end of that year, depending on the price, when it dips down, you feel like you can make a good bargain. You can take that hard into cash. You can lock that money into something that's going to hedge your wealth against inflation, and you hold it. You keep it. I don't sell my. I really don't sell my silver. I don't have any need to. But then you can buy your 10 ounces. I got more 10 ounces than this. This is just. I'm sorry. I'll probably get a few people to unsubscribe from me for ranting like this. I don't know. Probably not. I don't think so. But This is a different side of me you maybe have seen, but it just the things that have disgusted me and the things I've heard and seen on the news, and it bothers me because what I already foresee where this is going in the future, and but if you're able to do it, and I did it in a good time. I did it back in the late '80s and the early '90s. I was putting money away, saving money, putting it aside, $25 a week. Um, at the end of a month, you have 100. At the end of the year, you have $1,200 cash, and you can turn around, take it, and put it. I mean, when fluctuation is of the market and the dollar and everything, and if you know silver slumps down or gold slumps down, you can do it. Those are the two gold bars I showed with the holographic ones, which if you guys have seen it before, I took that when gold had dipped down 2.5 to 3 years ago, back to $1,900 an ounce, and I bought 2 ounces because I said, "Oh, this is as low as it's going to go. It can't get too much lower." It did go a little lower, but I still got it at $1,900. What is it now? 28 to 2,900. Where are you gonna make 1,000, 1,100, $1,200 in a year and a half? It just like back in the early 2000s when I bought my first buffaloes. It's not silver buffaloes, gold buffaloes. I don't got them out here. They're in the bank. They're in the bank vault. But when I bought 10 buffaloes for $750 back in, I forget, the early 2000s. I forget when. But for 750, and what's it now? Do you think I made a bad deal? Do you think I did wrong by buying 10-ounce buffaloes at 750? Well, there are things that I made a wrong deal that I shouldn't have done it. The society collapses and wars you raise and still over money, not first priority. Exactly. Fire, food, and water will be. Absolutely. You're 100% correct. And I am a prepper as well. I just never have talked about my prepping. I have roughly about a year's worth of supply of prepping food that I have in another room on shelves that has a 25 plus years shelf life. Um, the only thing that I have not done is I keep a stack of water on hand. I try to circulate it out, keep the old, I mean, but water is hard to keep for me. I got to come up with a better resolution for the water part of it. Maybe I'll work on that this year, but I usually try to tend to keep 25 gallons on hand of spring water, but we use that mainly for our coffee. And they're in a 3 gallon, it comes in a cardboard box we get at our store, and there's three in a gallon, or there's 3 gallons in the box. And what I was saying is I probably got about 20 of those on hand. So whatever 20, what is that, 30, 60 gallons of water. I got like 60 gallons of water. See, well, I spent about $500 a month too. Yeah, although my budget is too. Oh man, I bought ASCs. Yeah, ASCs. Yeah, I've got a lot of ASCs. I got a lot of mine below 20 and about $20 $25. I had bought some not that long ago, earlier this summer, for like I think like 30 or 31. I've got quite a few of them out here on the table actually. American Silver Eagles. I've never really put them all together. These are a few that I bought for under 30, well, 30, 31 ish. Because most of my stuff I got a good idea. I don't even know. I mean, I'm having troubles going around the camera here, but yeah, these are all American. So, I can't see the date. Oops, sorry guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through the dates, but these are a lot of these were recent pickups within the last year. This past year, well, 2024, that were like 30, 31 ish. Um, there's, I'm hoping them are focused pretty well. And oops. I mean, I can keep going. They're all back there. I've got more. I have maples and I mean, there's other ones. Uh, that was something that big. And here's another one. I mean, I still got them, but I got these, these two. I picked these up early this year. I'd gotten four of them. I don't know where the other two are, but they're 999 silver. Those Mercury ounces. I picked up four of those. I got those. I remember those. I got those for 30 because the guy had actually wanted 34 for them, but he knows I did a lot of shopping with him. I did a lot of shopping with him, and I said, "You do remember me, right?" And he said, "Yes." And um, would you let me have those? Like right now, spot is just a little. That's when spot had went down to $29. I go, spot right now is 29, whatever it was, and I go, you're selling for 34. And I go, I've done quite a bit of business from you. I go, would you let them go for 30, and I'll take all four of what you got right there. He said, I can do that. I said, okay. I go, put them in a file. I'll take them, and that's what I did. Here's another American Silver Eagle. Uh, here's another one. There's probably another 10 or 10 out there. I don't know. But you get the picture. I mean, there's another one. There's another American Eagle, another American Eagle, Maple, another American Eagle, another American Eagle, Tiger Round, another American Eagle. Uh, those are, oh, you can't see that. Yeah, you've seen them before. These are some of my nice ones that I old mintages. And I've showed them. I've left them on my desk. MS-70, low mintage. And that's from emergency production. Low mintage on that one during COVID. I got those. Oh yeah, wow. You get the idea. And then all other types of silver. It's everywhere. Oh, there's right. No, that's the dragon. Them are American Eagles, dragon. Morgan don't belong there. Morgan belongs over here. Oh, there it is. There's the other. There's a number 3. I got a fourth one here floating around somewhere. Oh no, wait. Nope. Nope. That's not the answer. Ooh, look at that. That's a nice bird. Oh, it's somewhere. Oh, I gotta get this desk organized. Hey, Peter, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. I know I've seen Rise Bravo trying to put together around a type 1 myself. Awesome, nice. Sorry, Deneen, I seen you out there. I don't think I said hi to you. I apologize. Hey, you, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you guys all, each and every one of you. I'm sorry I got on a tangent there. I hope you guys all approve. I guess I usually don't show any politics or anything or whatever. But I when I get into something bothers me. It just makes me feel like what's happening in the world and who's representing us and how poorly sometimes the choices of words they have and they do on national television, and it makes the world all look at us. I did say hi, Deneen. Thank you. I thought I did. I wasn't sure. I'm I'm blowing off a little steam, ranting and raving about what was going on in the political world, and I don't like talking politics. That's one reason I even hate to even watch TV and watch the news sometimes because of how crazy the world is. And I just want to be able to. I wish everybody, all countries and all nationalities, could just be the way we are as a community, like we are here in YouTube, and all get along and have fun and enjoy each other's company. And what is it with this world? I mean, come on, it's not that difficult, you know. Eh, it's just gotten crazy, you know. I mean, it's sad because I mean I don't go out of the country anyways, but I'd like to. I'd like to, especially when I retire in 3 years. I want to travel. I'd be able to if I wasn't working. But what's going to happen if I go to another country and the way our leaders are making us out to look, and other people of a communist type nation or whatever, they're going to want to do something, bad to us, you know. And now we hear our closest neighbors to us to the north of us and also to the south of us, uh, that they're trying to punish and do whatever to. I don't know, especially our northern Canadian people. I mean, come on. I mean, I live right here by the Canadian border. They're like they're like they're like normal people I come across on a daily basis. They're not from they're not from uh, North Korea, and I'm not trying to be prejudiced on other ones, but North Korea, wow, it's not the people, it's their leader. Oh, I don't even want to go there. I'm going to step away from that. I apologize. But there are Canadian brothers and sisters. They're between me and between Nadine. Uh, they're part of us. They're part of our country, our North American continent. A lot of people don't realize it, but a lot of times they say Canadians. They're Americans. They're Americans. They're from the North American continent. Everybody in Canada and United States are Americans. We should be standing as a whole together, not fighting amongst each other as two different countries because of what a political party had said and whatnot. You realize they want to charge, tariffs, and it's already happened. It's happened. It's happening. They want to shut the power off, and they're saying they're going to do it with a smile. They're not going to affect me because of who my electric supplier is. But there's other people that are only 6 miles away from me. They get their power solely from Canada. And there's a line that recently in the last few years went down Lake Champlain to supply New York City with power. You know, uh, if we're lucky, we'll look very radiant after all the nuclear rockets. Oh my, Dennis. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's a scary thought. That's a scary thought. Yeah, I'm a big Fallout. I haven't since I've been YouTubing. My wife calls me a YouTuber now. She's like, she can't shut me up. But I would nightly before I did my YouTube channel. I do have a Fallout account, and I played a lot of Fallout. I think it was FG Stacker that does Fallout 2, or there's a FG Stacker and there's somebody else, I think. But I used to play a lot of Fallout. Hey, Knuckle Busting Numbskull, I'm so sorry, brother. I did not go to your live tonight. I hope you're going to tell me you didn't have a live. I wanted to. I tried to, but I lost my service because of my new. Whoops! I still got some of my credit cards out on the table. I got to get rid of those because otherwise everybody will go on a spree here. You guys couldn't see that, could you? That's okay because it's only my Tractor Supply and my Sam's Club card. You didn't get the real bank cards. But my mine and my wife's phone was only riding on my internet through my internet service provider. And at the house, as soon as I left the house, I got out of distance. I had nothing. I didn't realize that my thing had to renew, and I had got a new bank card, which was associated with paying the quarterly payments on our cell phones. So I lost my cell phone service, and all day long, all night long, I could not do a single stinking thing. Not until I got home tonight. And I got home late because I had to work at T-Bird. I used to play a lot of online games, but since PM's 4 and oh yeah, exactly. The same here. Was it Fallout? Was it you with the Fallout FG, or was it somebody else? I forget. Because I can get on Fallout right now and I can go on there and I can show you my base. I got a huge base, and you ought to see the things I sell on my vendors on Fallout Live. You would be amazed. Yeah, yeah, I'm level. I think I'm like a level 500 something. I was a daily player, and I'd play on the weekends, and yeah, you did mostly WoW 7 days to die. But my boy, I talked to my boy one time, and he knows I got a YouTube channel. He said he asked me when I'm going to start doing a live on doing my Fallout thing, and doing a live because there's other people that do it. I said, nah. I go the community that I am. They don't want to see me running around as a pretend player and whatever. But who knows? Maybe I might do a video on it one of these days. It's kind of neat, the characters and stuff that I built on Fallout. I had I've got some other, I got certain weapons and certain jetpacks that are not supposed to belong in the game any longer because they did away with them, but I still have them. If I so much as drop them from my character on the ground, they will like poof, they'll be gone. Um, but I've got some very unique weaponry and armors that's you cannot no longer get. You haven't been able to get it for 3 4 years, but I've been playing Fallout for quite a long time. Um, I'm missing something here from Steve. I hardly watch any news. Yeah, me either. Movies a little bit. Sports. I don't hardly watch any sports anymore. The only time I ever used to is when I used to bet or gamble on it, like football or something like that, and I don't do that anymore. Um, but the only thing I really do is watch movies with Mrs. Hebert when she gets done work. Usually, uh, you got a gaming channel. Oh, you got a gaming channel, a small one. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I never. I don't think I'll get into doing the gaming thing on here, but I know there is a way how I could get on my Fallout and record that and do it live. There is a way, or even to record it, I could record it and send the video, and I could put the video on like a video link on my YouTube. But I don't think I have a lot of gamers out here, and I didn't really start my T-Bird stacking for the gaming thing. All right, knuckle busting. Like I did, I'm sorry again about not going to your live. It was because I didn't have any service. I had nothing. I couldn't get on, even at my work, through their Wi-Fi because they got all their Wi-Fi locked up except for the managers and supervisors. So I couldn't do nothing till I got home tonight. I even missed. Yeah, I know. Thank you. I just feel bad. You know, I would have at least got out there and said hi or hey, how's it going? I'm driving. I'm on my way down there using speech to text. I do that with you going to work and Michael stacking. Yeah, tomorrow night, tomorrow morning. Well, yeah, tomorrow afternoon. Sure will because I took care of all that. It took me a half hour talking to somebody on the phone to get my line all reset back up and quarterly payment and my and Mrs. T Bird's as well. So it's all, I'm all good in the hood until my bank card until I get another new bank card and then I got to give new numbers. It's funny how they didn't send you a notice that your card was expired or whatnot or vice versa. They just sent a thing stating that your end of date thing is going to be renewed on such and such a date, and then nothing. And all of a sudden, I had nothing. I'm like, what? What's going on here? I thought something had happened to the whole entire internet because of the what was going on in the political world. You know, I was worried for a little bit about that on the way driving to work, and I said, well, maybe it's just my cell service. It's just something with them. And I got to work and it was the same thing. Not seeing other people on their phones, and I said, oh, well, it's something going on. But thank you very much, Knuckle Bustin. Have a good night. I'm glad you got to stop in here, anyways. I know it's really late for you. It's not for the bird. It's 5 minutes of 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. Um, but I'll probably get going here in a short. I think Mrs. T-Bird's still working a little over. You know, another thing, real quick, which really stinks. They had mandatory overtime every other week. Like I was part of one crew group, and there was another group whenever they had it, and we had to work a mandatory Saturday, and it was only like maybe for 6 hours. My particular job, they have high goals that they have to meet for the end of the month of March. They had a meeting with us tonight, and they have a mandatory for everyone every Saturday, 8 hours. Wasn't very happy about that, but it is what it is. I don't need the extra 8 hours, but I have no choice because I have to do it because it's mandatory. So every Saturday, I am able to go negotiate the time. I've talked with my supervisor. I talked with my team. Um, I talked with my team to try to because I'm on a second shift. And I said it doesn't make any sense to have everybody first shift and second shift come in at the same exact time. Makes no sense at all because there's certain procedures and certain things that we have to do that we have to get people out of the way in order to do what we have to do. And when we do that, we disturb them from getting their work done. Um, I said, so it's going to be a cluster. I go, it's better to leave the two shifts separate, even if we come in and we overlap. So if everybody come in like they normally do at 6 o'clock. Allow us to come in at either maybe 8 to 4 or 9 to 5, or maybe 10 to 6. I don't want to stay there on a Saturday any later than I have to. But I've come up with two different scenarios, and I've still got a few of my guys that I'm kind of in charge of that are supposed to get back with me, and one of them it kind of concurs with mine, like an 8 to 4ish or a 9 to 5, and one of the other ones because of his lifestyle, he kind of wants to come in and do the 2 to 10:30 bit, and the last thing I want to do is that on a Saturday night is be home, you know, go to work in the afternoon and come home at 10:30 at night and get home at 11 like I normally do. I'd rather get in there and get early, but if we got a little bit of a crossover to where at a certain particular a 2 to 3 hour crossover, we come in a little later than they do, and we all work together like a team. And then at the end of the night or the end of the afternoon, when the majority of the first shift people leave, then that leaves my department to where we can do the work that we can do as quick as possible without anybody in the way you know. And like I said, for everybody that doesn't know it, I ain't gonna say I can't tell you who I work for or what I do, but but yeah, I lift these with cranes all day long, all over the place, anywhere from 60 to 90 tons. 60 to 90 tons. I hope I don't need to say it a third time, but yeah, overhead cranes. So it's pretty dangerous in what I do. I know how to do it well. Um, and anyways, I'm still ranting and raving. I got myself all worked up. Got myself all worked. Yeah, did you guys see that? Yeah, I poured that the other day. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's seen the live. I think I did it during a live stream. Yeah, I didn't get the little headlight. The headlight didn't come out because it was too small, and the copper didn't pour into that. Yeah, and this huge T-bird. Woo, Phoenix. I got it cleaned up pretty good. I forgot what it was. It was like 17.885 ounces or something. That was like crazy. Over a pound of copper. Oh, why did it shut off? And it shut. Oh, I'm on grams. Why am I on grams? Ounces is 17.74. Maybe because yeah, well, it was 8.5, but I did clean it a little bit. It might have had a little bit of, yeah, 17.74. Let you guys see that real quick. Oops. You guys can't even see that. I'm not a very good host, am I? I apologize. I'll zoom you guys in. Oh, I guess you still can't see that because of the lighting. All right. Pull it back a little bit. Oh, come on. And now it says 17.7. I think it's because of the way it's not setting flush. Yeah, there. 17.70. But basically, it's almost 18 ounces. That's 1 pound, 2 ounces of copper. That's a hefty bird, isn't it? Came out pretty good too. I'll stay zoomed in here for a little bit. I never really give it a real good close up. I'm going to be purchasing a different type of sand that'll give me much finer sand, where I can do much better detail. Yeah, that was a real thin part, so I do got a little bit of a little hole knowing. Let me zoom you guys back out. You don't need to be zoomed in that much. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that pour. That was only my second attempt at pouring something that big. The first attempt, I'd put 12 ounces in there, and this is the Phoenix rising out of the ashes. Yeah. I thought 12 and a half ounces would be more than plenty to do that bird. I never fathomed that it was going to take that amount of copper to fill that. And I'm like, wow. So I poured it all out, just about, like 95% of it, and I didn't have enough to do it. So when I this one, I made sure I had about 25, almost 25 ounces of copper in it when I did that one. Yeah, those are both copper eagles. Yes, they are both copper eagles, Steve. Yep, 999 copper. I've got a lot of copper pourers. I've been pouring. Um, I poured some silver. Most of everything you see here on the table, all these pourers, I'll zoom in so you can see them a little bit. I poured myself. Made some T-bird cookies. I've made some hearts and made some silver toppers where they lock in together. I made three of those. I got more to go. That's going to be the copper bottom. Another one for, oops, can't see that. Another copper one I haven't cleaned up yet. Um, I got a different way how I'm cleaning them up. I've got some special type of copper polish that'll actually take off the black copper, or not the black copper, the black graphite residue and like the burn marks, and it'll leave the actual patina that's underneath, that's on top of the copper. I did that live the other night where I used some of this and I shared that with people so they could do the same if they choose to. Because before I was just taking a wire brush and cleaning everything right up and taking everything off from them. This one I had never cleaned. It didn't come out too well because I didn't brush out the graphite powder when I poured it. But I was already taking a soft brush. You see the eagle? You see the eagle in there? I'm the shaman of the copper reader. Oh, come on, focus. Pick it up on my background. You can almost see the eagle. If I point it out to you, see the wings? Wings there, the head, the wing, the body. Looks like tail feathers, maybe. I see a lot of things, but I try to not to scrub it with a wire brush. Keep it like that, and then I was going to clean them up like that, and then stamp them. See, this one's number 30, number 34. I still got to put 2025 on it and 999, and then I got to put the weight on it right there in the front. I'm not looking at the chat. Apologize, but I got multiple of different pours. I've got some promo cross pours, and I did an open sand cast pours. This is the promo. That's the promo one back there. This is number one, the second one, but number one that I poured. And that's number two, and then a Nefertiti. Which Cartier Silver's here? Nefertiti. I did that pour topper. I did some King Tuts off from some molds that I have that I made out of brass that I had in a display case with my pewter. But I did a promo number one. I did a number two. I only did a promo pour of a different type that I have, a King Tut. I haven't stamped that yet or put the weight on it. That's a promo pour. I'll put the weight on it. Um, I decided to take the this one in an open sand cast and that one and combine them together in a unique one piece. And I pulled it off almost flawlessly. It's a promo pour. I'm sorry if I'm zoomed in too much, but I kind of want you guys to really see the detail of it. And I had to do a little fixing of the sand before I actually did the pour off in the corner piece, so it matched the other side. But yeah, there's other ones. There's T-bird bar pours. There's I got the silver one. The silver one's mine. It's a special number. Um, Waterfall. Um, I got another T-bird pour right here that I did back there. Kind of unique. It's kind of a unique thing that I kind of made. It was sort of an accident, but it worked out really well. And this was sort of like this wasn't an accident, but it was left in my crucible, and it came out really nice and looked like the kiss tongue. That's what Vegas Stacker dubbed it. I asked about what kind of tongue, what kind of a rock band you thought that would remind you of. Excuse me. I was thinking either Rolling Stones, The Cars, or Kiss, but I couldn't make up my mind. And he said Kiss. No, yeah, it's the Kiss tongue. Yeah, I'm going to keep that. Not going to remelt that. And I made my first copper teardrop puzzle piece. That's where I got the idea for the T-Bird cookie bars over there somewhere. Where are they? I'm getting carried away here. But yeah, that was my very first copper pour. I was didn't come out, but it was my first one that had a phoenix in it. Nadine seen it. She sees the T-Bird in it. I forget which way to hold it. She sees the phoenix in there. Of course, if we look at it too, it looks like it could be a hmm. I see a couple different things in it now. I almost see like a man with a cape riding riding something. If you look at it long enough, you can make things out of it. Oh man. Yeah, thank you very much, Steve. Yeah, there's a lot of like I said, I did that training for just the other day. I've got a lot of other ideas, a lot of other ideas that I want to do that I'm experimenting with between silver and copper, and I'm gonna grind this down into a powder and put that in my T-bird in the lettering as a powder, a real fine powder. Then superheat the copper up and pour it in there, and hopefully the when I pour it, it'll come out where the T-bird will be completely silver and embedded right within the copper, but the lettering will be raised and be perfectly silver. If I do a powder and I get it the copper superheated, and if the silver is fine enough, it should melt immediately as soon as the hot copper hits it and bond it right with it and not separate. I'm hoping that'll work. But I've got two or three other different things that I plan on wanting to do um, that I'm going to be working on. I still waiting. I got problems with that two-sided logo coin that's supposed to be coming. That ain't going to be here for a while. I still got to recontact the company. Where did I get that from? That was number 12. Number 11. It goes down here. I'm trying to keep these organized here. Trying to keep these organized so I can get them stamped. I haven't got to it. But thank you, each and every one of you. I appreciate you all spending time with me, listening to me rant and rave. And thank you, Frank. Fine stuff. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Um, I Saturdays are going to be tough for me. I did say that not this weekend, but the following weekend, I'd planned on doing my 500 celebration. I'm hoping I can stick to that. I haven't made it an exact date yet, and I apologize, but there is going to be. I think I hit 570. Oh my! Yes, I did. I hit 570. Wow! Woo! Thank you guys, and I hope you each and every one of you smash that like button for me. I appreciate you all. Thank you for stopping by. Um, I'll stay on here just a couple more minutes and try to say goodbye. If anybody's got any questions, anything I can answer, I apologize if I didn't quite keep track of the chat. Like I said, I did a lot of rant and raving. I hope you guys kind of listen to some of my advice about putting some money away if you can do it without ever dipping into it. Um, put it aside, save it. Only touch it unless it's an emergency. Use it like an emergency fund. But if you don't have to touch it, don't touch it. Save it, put it away. Um, when you get enough of it, change it into $100 bills and save that and put that away. And then you'll have yourself a little nest egg where you can do something with it in case an emergency does come up. You can put it towards buying stuff to prep with. Um, buy some food that's not going to spoil, that'll last you for 25 years, that you can make yourself a little pantry or something. Where if the world goes to SIT, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know. I try not to swear or say bad words here, but if the word goes to SIT, I'll put it that way. Um, you got something to feed yourself or your family to take care of yourselves. Um, am I 100% taken care of? No, I'm not. Um, 60 gallons of water ain't a whole lot. I got to find out a better way how to do something to where I can have good sustainable water if need be, and that if that happens. I'm only good for maybe about a year of eating, but not in drinking. And I've got a few other things I need to take care of. At some point in time in the future, maybe I'll get into talking about the prepping a little bit and what I've done. I'm not saying what I've done is right, but anything you do to prep towards something in case for an emergency is better than nothing at all. And I'm just trying to share this with you as knowledge, and the same thing like with me doing the copper pours and the silver pours. I do it because I enjoy it. I I don't want to sound anything in a negative. I'm not doing it for anyone, but I'm sharing the joy with you, my subscribers, my YouTube family, because it brings me joy. And it's a lot. I believe it brings a lot of you joy to see things that are done that maybe you can't do, or you're not capable of doing, or you're inexperienced in doing. And like I said, I don't want to say something like that and have you have a negative effect about it. I enjoy doing it, and it brings me a lot of pride and a lot of joy and a lot of honor that you, my family, YouTube subscribers, enjoy this and watch this. And I'm glad to bring it to you. I'm glad to show it to you. I I get a few people that say, "Yeah, T-Bird's pouring his heart out." Yeah, I am, for me and for everybody out here. Um, I want to be able to have you guys see what I see and enjoy what I enjoy. If you haven't seen that short, I uploaded before I lost before I left my house. It's into the bowels of the crucible. Go check that out if you haven't seen that. If you didn't see that live, that is so cool. The molten metal that's at the bottom of that crucible, and you'll see the metal. You can't quite see it. It's 10 times better in real life than viewing it through what I tried to bring you. But if you can see that ball of, of molten metal at the bottom of that crucible, just glistening and moving it, it's almost like it's dancing. It's so awesome. And then you see those little cracks and whatever. It's just like when the sun, our sun is a big ball of molten, it's like a big ball of molten gas. And as the superheated elements on the inside of the sun actually comes to the surface and breaks the surface of the sun, it makes a mass corona ejection. And that's what them little cracks are that you'll see in the sun if you're into astrology and the planets and everything like I am, which I am. But when the superheat from the inside of the sun starts to come out, it does that. And sometimes it makes sunspots when it cools. But that's what happens on the sun is what's happening on that little metal ball in there. The superheated elements on the inside of that molten ball of liquid metal is trying to escape, and it's making cracks and it's like dancing and shimmering. It's just so wicked to see. Um, I took that from one of my lives I put out there, put it as a short so more people could probably see it. And I really hope that you guys enjoy what I'm doing. And I'm always trying to think of something of what I love to do, what I love to see. I want to be able to show that to you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Stuart. I am a big astrology buff to do with the planets and the stars and the Milky Way and all the planets and the universe. I am big into that. And maybe, just maybe, sometime this summer, maybe I can purchase or invest into a better telescope or something where I can record on to where I can show you some of the planets up close or something, and I can do a short or a video on it and bring that to you. Uh, I'd like to. Will I don't know, but it's something I would enjoy to do. I enjoy doing it anyways. But I mean, I usually do it, and I'm out there looking through my telescope or whatnot, and but it's something that I enjoy, and hopefully maybe I can do something where I can get it on a type of camera or maybe I can get some type of telescope. I know they have them out there. They're more expensive, but you know, whatever. If I get a telescope where I can record with and I can put it into a video feed where I can transfer it to my computer and I can upload it here through YouTube Studios or something. I can show you those things that I enjoy and like to do. But anyways, guys, it's an hour. I'll break it clean. Thank you so much for stopping by. I got 21 likes. There's still 6, 7 people in here. Awesome. Thank you. Love each and every one of you. Take care, everyone. Have yourselves a good night, and I'll probably catch you out there maybe tomorrow night, and if not, I'll catch you before the end of the weekend. And sometime late in the evening on a Saturday, I'll catch you this Saturday night, and we'll be doing some porn. You betcha. Alrighty, guys. What's the word? Somebody say it. I'm coming up with my normal saying goodbye. Word's the word. Good night, everyone. You know it. Word's the word. Have a good night. Take care, everyone. I'll still do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night, all. Take care. T-Bird out.